Hey everybody, I see some spirited debate over a comment that I made yesterday about wearing a mask, about being tough enough to wear a mask and take responsibility for the people around you. And I love it. And I see a lot of people being really respectful, and it's really been great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being respectful, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And there is debate to go on as to whether you should wear a mask, and I like hearing the debate. It's really good. There's some debate about when you should wear a mask, why you should wear it. Should we wear it during flu season? Should we wear it just to protect the elderly or to protect vulnerable populations all the time? There's some really good debate about that. It's really good. This brings me back to a discussion we had with our team. We were talking about the theory of the diffusion of innovation and what that is. Anybody that's ever listened to Simon Sinek knows exactly what I'm about to say. There's groups of people in a population, our society. We fall on this bell curve, and this bell curve, on one end, you have your early innovators. Those are the guys that are promoting wearing a mask. They're like, hey, look, by wearing a mask and social distancing, we can keep our hospitals from filling up. We can dramatically decrease the number of cases that are popping up everywhere. And we can keep the economy open. We can keep businesses flourishing. We can keep people from getting fired and losing their jobs. And we can go back to school possibly. And we can have sports. Then there's the early adopters. And they say, well, yeah, that makes sense. I want to be on board. I'm going to jump onto that. Okay? And then there's the early majority. And that group says, well, I mean, this chunk of people are promoting it, and I trust them, and we should do that. Right? We should do that because we want to go back to school, and we want to keep the economy open, and we don't want to get shut down. We want to make the choice ourselves. Then the late majority comes along and they say, well, look, a majority of the people are already doing it. I'm going to jump on board too. Then there's the infamous group that everybody knows, that every leader of an organization, every coach, every single person who's ever tried to make a cultural change in an organization knows this group. It is the 10 to 14% of laggards. And this group will get dragged kicking and screaming to every single thing you try to do, every single change you try to make. Those are the guys that you got to go knock on the door and wake them up in the morning so they can make it to their morning workouts. Those are the guys that you have to call constantly and make sure that they're going to their classes, or they're in the right classes, and they're signing up for classes, and they're submitting all their paperwork and everything. Those are the guys that you have to help manage their weight or cut their weight if you're a wrestling coach. These are the laggards, 10 to 14% of the population. Now, we have a choice right now. Soon we won't have a choice, and somebody else will have to make that choice for us. I hate it when people take that choice out of my hands. I hate it when somebody else makes a choice for me. I don't like somebody sticking their nose in and making choices for me. That's not fun. And if you're like me, then you want to make your own choices. And right now we have a choice to make. And we have to act and be proactive. Because if you don't, you won't have the choice soon enough. And somebody will come and shut down your economy, close up businesses, and people will lose their jobs, and we won't be able to go back to school, and we won't be able to have sports. And all because some of us are getting dragged kicking and screaming that we don't want to wear a mask. We don't want to wear a simple cloth covering over our nose and our mouth. Okay? The good thing about that curve I just explained to you, you can be anywhere on that curve you want. You can be anywhere you want. You don't have to be a laggard. You don't have to do that. But I encourage you to make a choice before the choice is made for you. Before the choice is made for you. We can't have hospitals fill up. We can't have the economy shut down. We can't have schools shut down. Right? Let's make a choice. Let's make a positive choice together. All right? I want to wrestle next year. I want my wife to be the teacher again. I want the economy to stay open. I want the businesses downtown to flourish. I don't want them to shut down. And I want people to keep their jobs. I don't want to see unemployment go through the roof again. So let's help each other. Let's help each other. Let's make a choice while we still have it. All right? Thank you guys for being respectful, and thank you guys for having a spirited debate. I appreciate it. And Let's keep it up. Let's make our own choice.